And welcome into another edition of Coach's Corner. It's been a while, but alongside Tom Kowal, I'm here with our March edition, our first March edition of Coach's Corner. Again, apologize for being such a long delay, but we have you back here, Tom, and your guys are coming off a good 2 out of 3 wins against the Northeast Generals this past weekend. We know January and February didn't really go according to plan. What was the biggest difference you saw there against Northeast this past weekend after coming home from a long road trip?
Well, I think you just hit on it, Tim. I mean, we've been on the road a lot the second half of the year, and I mean, I think with our young makeup of players on our team, we had our success at the beginning of the year, and it bit us in the butt a little bit on the second half. You know, it's one thing to play with confidence, but we were playing with a little too much confidence and trying to get away from what worked the first half and trying to build off it. But I think we took steps 1 and 2 the first half. Well, if we forgot to take steps 3 and 4, we just went up to the 5th level, you know, up to the VIP lounge a little bit too soon. So it was great to see the boys back. You know, I mean, obviously we've had not the best second half so far, but to come back and beat a great Northeast hockey team 2 out of 3 games, you know what? It's we're going in the right direction. So we have a real big test this weekend against the PhiladelphiaRebels. Obviously, they're the first place team by far. And you know, if we want to reach our ultimate goal this season, it's going to have to go through the Rebels anyway. So this will be a good test to see if last weekend was, shows that we're back on track, or if we just, if we're going to be able to deal with success, great, and get back to playing Knights hockey.
Do you feel almost that, the standings for a long time were you and the Rebels ahead of everybody else by a pretty significant margin? The Rebels, as you just said, have been continuing that pace, but now things are pretty neck and neck in spots 2 through 4 in the East Division. Do you feel that's kind of helped just the sense of urgency around the team, or is that something that just has no bearing?
You know, I think it's helped us a little bit, but like I said, it's hurt us a little bit. I mean, it's we jumped out to a pretty comfortable position in the first half of the year, not only with our East Division, but for the league. And I think now the guys are having to actually play playoff hockey the last couple of weeks to kind of get back on track. I mean, playoffs aren't for a month, but if we didn't get our butt in gear, we weren't going to make playoffs. And it'd be one of the biggest downfalls probably in junior hockey, to be one of the top 4 best teams in the league and then not even make playoffs. But, I think in the long run it's going to help us, because these, as a staff, we've kind of treated this as playoff hockey right now. And so we've started our training for the mindset of playoff hockey a little bit early in Wilkes-Barre. And so hopefully it's all going to work out for the best. By the time we get to playoffs, we're going to have plenty of experience playing with pressure, and we'll be able to react the best way with whoever we play first round.
Now, you guys, in this upcoming weekend, you said you're playing Philadelphia, a big test as always, but that second game is going to be at the Wells Fargo Center, home of the Philadelphia Flyers. Do you have to prepare any differently, knowing that you're going to be out there on NHL Ice?
Well, of course we do. I mean, it's, even just you see the reaction around the rink, even in our coaching staff. Our eyes are wide open. I get to stand on the same bench as the LA Kings does, and the Pittsburgh Penguins did last night. I'm watching the game last night going, I'm going to be standing right there.
Yeah.
And then, they're going to be sitting where Crosby's sitting. I mean, so if I'm getting a little excited, I'm sure my players are. But you know what? I think the Rebels are going to be fighting the same thing.
Right.
Maybe even a little bit worse. They're Philadelphia. So, they get to see Flyer games and get to interact more with them than we do. So I think it's going to be, that first 10 minutes is going to be big. So, Rebels are a great hockey team, but if we play the way we played last weekend and play the way we played the first half of the year, we've had success against the Rebels first half of the year. We just have to get back to our makeup, playing easy hockey, and play some Knights hockey, not get sucked into playing Rebels hockey.
Now, it's changing gears here just a little bit. You were out at the Top Prospects tournament last week. Got a chance to bring 7 guys with you there. Again, that last game of the tournament really kind of showed up for your 97s out there that were looking for commitments. We have one in Mike Gelatt, and we'll ask you about him next. But how did you think your guys did out there, and what was that experience like going out to the Top Prospects?
All 7 guys represented the Wilkes-Barre Knights with class, with who we are. I think, like you said, in that second game, I know it was kind of tough because some of the nights we're going to lose. We played each other. The East played the select team with Robinson, Engelkiss, and Danchenko on there. But you know, on the East team, the team I got to coach, we ultimately got to show the other Knights that, you know, I got to win. And maybe that was the kickstart of getting our winning tradition back. We get, you know, because I think we scored 6 goals and 4 of them were from the Knights. So, very happy with what they are. I mean, we've got several phone calls on the players that were out there. And like you said, Mike Gelatt, you know, going to be off to Skidmore. I mean, it's, you know, I think we're going to see a couple more guys here in the next week or so that are going to end up, you know, figuring out where they're going to go to school either next year or the year down the road. So very excited. What a great showcase that was. The NA put on a great opportunity for these guys to get their one building, almost Blaine Part 2. And so it was, I think it was a very successful trip for the Wilkes-Barre Knights. Made for a long week, but ultimately we got some boys going to college. We won 2 out of 3. I'll take that week of hockey any day of my life.
Absolutely. And then we just touched on Mike Gelatt heading off to Skidmore. He's one of the guys in this locker room that's had a lot of junior games under his belt. Obviously, the Gelatt family's been a big part of this organization the last couple of years with Tim as well as Mike. What does that mean, seeing one of your guys that you brought in on your second year here in the NAHL go on and commit to a college?
You know, I mean, hey, you know, we appreciate the effort Tim Gelatt was making. I mean, obviously we made a trade for Mike the first summer after our first year, and you know, Mike's obviously one of our leaders this year. Mike's been, he's been the ultimate junior hockey player. Played on a couple different teams, got some teeth knocked out, you know, but you know, just from the Gelatt family, period. What a great group of people, and you know, anytime a kid walks in your office and asks you to shake your hand and tells them they committed, they know where they're going to school and they're smiling ear to ear. You know what? That's what brings me to the office every day. You know, I know our coaching staff, from Andrew Whiteside to Justin Schreiber to Josh Fusco, they've been on the phones talking to these colleges left and right, trying to help out our 97s, help out every one of our players, and to see that work from our office and the work on the ice from the player pay off, and have a kid come in here and tell me I'm going to school next year, you know, what a great feeling. You know, kid's going to continue his education, get to play the game of hockey, and be happy with where he's going. You know what, it's almost better than winning the Robertson Cup right now. If we can put 2 and 2 together, it'd be unbelievable, but ultimately, only one team gets to win.
Right.
So if I can fill up, I can send kids off to college as much as I can. You know, as much as I want to win the Robertson Cup, I'll still be able to have a successful season when I close the book, knowing that we've had guys have opportunity to go to school next year.
The Knights will be looking to continue their success this season and their ultimate pursuit of both commitments and the Robertson Cup. Friday evening at the Class of 1923 Arena, and then Saturday afternoon at the Wells Fargo Center. Check out www.nahl.com for times, as well as www.WBS Knights for all Knights news and updates. But Tommy, thank you here for giving us a few moments, and we look forward to this weekend and wish you guys the best of luck.
Thank you very much.